from Pensacola, Florida, at Escambia County Stadium. I'm David Peters from Florida State University, joined by Marty Dempsey from UF, and we're here for the 2018 NIRSA National Flag Football Championships. It's time for our men's division, and that includes UT Rio Grande Valley and Georgia State, and they've had a great weekend. We expect a great matchup tonight.
Today it's really all about the quarterbacks, Mitch Risley and A.J. Garza for the two teams. Appropriately, they have led this entire tournament with touchdown passes, 15 and 14 respectively for them. They expect a lot of points in this game, wide open action in this men's championship division.
A lot of offensive firepower happening, hopefully, in the next hour or so as we have our men's championship game as we round out the 40th national championship event after 39 years in Pensacola. So we're going to celebrate a bit of Pensacola today, too. Also talk about where this tournament is moving next year, and also have what we expect will be some fine action out on the football field. So we'll turn over and get going. Looks like they're doing the coin toss right now as we get ready here in sunny and beautiful Pensacola, Florida. It's looking good down there. It's sunny, it's beautiful. We can't ask for much more in the way of weather. I feel like it's 72 degrees, it's sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and it's January. So it's certainly a wonderful day to close out our tournaments here in Pensacola. Escambia County Stadium was where we are at on the north side of town.
This has been as fine of a championship day as I can remember weather-wise, Dave. As you said, it is bright and sunny. A perfect day for football. This is what winter in Florida should be all about, right?
Exactly. I will take this in the January anytime. So, and I think our teams are enjoying that too. Some years have been cold, some years have been rainy, but not this year. We've got sunshine and lovely temperatures. Looks like our coin toss is finishing up down there. Georgia State in the white with blue sleeves. UTRGV wearing the black jerseys.
You know, a lot of experience on both teams here. Looking up and down the rosters, a lot of seniors and graduate students. In fact, only one undergrad for each team. Or one, when I say undergrad, underclassmen. So as each team has a sophomore on their team, but everybody else is a senior grad student. So folks that, you know, theoretically could have played together for a long time and have reached the pinnacle here at the national championship. Trying to end their season off with one more trophy being held up.
One more team out on the field right now. That's the one in stripes. Our officials for this game include Britton Lyon from Nebraska. He's at the referee position. The near side line judge is Joseph Scott from Creighton. Logan Lewis from Nebraska is the field judge across the field. And on first down and dropped pass, we'll come back to that. Before, give me a chance to mention Quincy Smith from Kansas State is the back judge. And our alternate official is Josh Smith from University of Maryland. A.J. Garza, quarterback for UTRGV. Simply a team has no name. That is the team name.
Feels very appropriate coming out of the state of Texas there. What do you say, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Those of you not familiar with flag football, we started this drive at the 14-yard line. To make a first down, they need to get to the zone line to gain, which here is the 20. It is painted there, and then the next zone line to gain is the 40, 20, and goal line. So no sticks, no 10 yards to gain. Instead, they're going after that zone line to gain. Very pass-heavy. Each player has a flag belt on with 3 flags, one on each side, one in the back. It's attached with a clothespin clip that was broken there on a big sack by Georgia State. As you can see, the whole flag belt comes off, and then you just retrieve that and clip it back on again at the end of the play. But a clutch stop there for Georgia State. Loss on the play back to the 10-yard line. Georgia College. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Not to confuse all of our Georgia schools. We have had Georgia Southern here at the tournament as well. This being...
Well, Georgia's another hotbed. I mean, really, these are two states that compete at a very, very high level. Georgia hosts their state tournament year after year. It's a very competitive tournament. A variety of their colleges that are, as you mentioned, Georgia Southern, Georgia College, send great representatives every year. Kennesaw had a dynasty several years ago, so and then of course Texas has one of our biggest regionals every year.
On a fourth down play, UTRGV decides to go for it, and indeed, Raleigh Diaz with the reception and a good for a first down out to the 24-yard line.
Probably not something we would have seen in our first two games, which were maybe trust the defense a little bit more, going for it on 4th down and 10 from their own 10-yard line. A huge decision there by UTRGV, but as we mentioned in the opener, this is going to be a game of offensive fireworks, and they realize that their best defense is to have the ball.
Penalty flag flies. RGV's pass too strong and incomplete, and let's see what that penalty will be. Sal Martinez was the intended receiver. Looks like a legal contact foul in the backfield, potentially where that is thrown on the blocker.
Yeah, it looked like the blocker tripped up the defender. He lost his rhythm on the play to the quarterback, so they're going to push him back. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot. It's going to push them all the way back to the 11-yard line. We'll talk about double stakes, throughout, if it comes up. But we have a situation here where they've already obtained the 20-yard line as the first down, so they still have to go all the way out to midfield, Dave. It's going to be a first down and 29 yards to go. But still, UTRGV, they have the ability to pick up yardage in chunks. They're going to have to do so here in the early downs to set themselves up with something manageable as we get to 3rd and 4th.
Repeating first down to midfield. Garza, left side, finds a receiver in the middle. Quick flip back is going to hit the ground. We don't have fumbles, so the ball is dead right where it hits that ground. But
DJ Talamontez is able to come up with that catch. And I'll tell you what, Dave, if he hits that pitch, there is nothing out there but grass. They might have scored on that play. It was a very difficult pitch, but if he was able to get that out to Raleigh Diaz, they had it set up where they could have gone the distance. Instead, second and manageable, though, they were able to pick up, about 18 yards on the play.
Kind of sliced that right in half. Still headed to midfield here on 2nd down. There's Garza. Across the field, complete. Scampers midfield, out in the open to the 19. Still going, flags missed, and in for the touchdown. Isaac Martinez with a nice catch and scrambles all the way in for 6.
For Georgia College there on defense, they're going to be upset with a couple of missed flag pulls. Early on in the game, they have not put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, which has really allowed a lot of time for UTRGV, for A.J. Garza to stand back there, survey the field, find receivers down the field. So that is something that Georgia College is going to have to shore up. But, of course, now we're going to get a chance to see their offensive explosion come out on the field. So the first touchdown of the game, but I'll bet it won't be the last.
6 minutes, 47 seconds. Hardly knocked off 5 minutes to get all the way down the field for that score. Extra point try now from the 3-yard line. It's worth 1 point. Garza, quick pitch, corner. Good. And add one more. UTRGV with the early 7-0 lead.
Yep. Play the drive that goes 66 yards on the opening possession. Takes up just about half of the first quarter by the time Georgia College is able to get off their first snap. Georgia College is led by their coach Sawyer Evenson. He is undefeated as a coach. Will like to keep that string alive for the Bobcats. So they look to solidify a national championship in our last collegiate game from West Florida.
Quick flip, right side. That's good. 7-8 yards and a first down. Mitch Risley, quarterbacking for Georgia College, the Bobcats.
Jackson Sutko on the reception. They call him the Gadget. We'll see what that is about as we go throughout today's game. As you can see, already a different style out of Georgia College compared to compared to RGV and how they run their offense. Do have the dual quarterback system alive. A sling pass out to the right.
Mitchell Clegg with the reception.
look like a senior from Social Circle, Georgia.
And we saw it in the last game with Korek, and same here for the men's side. Flags, not easy to pull, and it's definitely a talent that gets practice as well, because when you miss, it ends up with 5, 10, 15 extra yards. And that is chainsaw, as it says here on my clipboard. Cleveland Warnock out of Dublin, Georgia, takes that up to the 39-yard line. The play there to stop short, which gives them, maybe a free play here to do something fun, needing only a couple of inches to get a first down at midfield. So third down and super short. We'll see what they draw up here.
And this is where that experience comes into play in flag football. They have all the confidence in the world that no matter what happens on this down, they can pick up. And this is exactly what happened. So you end up picking up 16 yards on this third down play. So instead of it being first down and long from the 40, Dave, you have a chance to open up, get creative with your playbook, and now they're going to have first down and 6 from the 26-yard line.
We said it'd be high scoring. It looks that way, even though it's only 7-0 now, but both teams moving quickly. 4 minutes on the clock first quarter, and Georgia College less than 30 yards away from the end zone. That's Risley once again on the keeper, near side, and picks up 16, 17 more yards again. First and goal for Georgia College.
And I think what we're seeing so far today is the defenses are just going to be trailing the offenses. I mean, both these offenses are hard to stop anyway. UTRGV looks like they are trying to play some man concepts out on the field. Nobody high on the safety look, and Georgia College just with so many different weapons that they can attack you from many different directions. I think this is just going to be who has the ball last, Dave, really, or who could force a turnover on defense.
Risley's pass is complete. That's Andrew Prestwood out of Milledgeville, the lone sophomore for Georgia College. Stop short. 2 yards to go here on second down for Georgia College's first score.
Well, quickly down the field, just over 3 minutes now. They've had the ball, and they already have it on the 2-yard line.
Incomplete, but I see a flag down on that play. Let's see what that call is. Looks like it's on the defense, and it is. It'll be defensive pass interference. After half the distance of the goal, we'll just put it at the 1. And another opportunity here. And that is the score they need. The touchdown is good. David Youngblood on the reception. He's in for the Georgia College score. That'll make it 7-6, and the extra point upcoming for 1 to tie the ball game. Here's that extra point try from the 1. Risley, it's in. The extra point is good, and with 1 minute and 28 seconds left here in the first quarter, we're all tied at 7 between UTRGV and Georgia College. Well, we've got a moment as we get ready for this next drive. You can see we're making a headset change to bring in Steve Hayes from Visit Pensacola. Part of our tourism boards here in town, because hey, this is a key event that helps bring hundreds of people to town for a big event. Welcome to the broadcast.
Oh, glad to be here. What an exciting time to watch these guys play in this game.
As we're going to both commentate and talk a little bit, there's another first down, a good scamper of 16 yards. RGV getting a quick start to their next drive. Steve, what is this? What do these types of events mean for Pensacola with so many visitors coming to town?
Well, you look at it 2 ways. I mean, the first one is the fact that they get to experience what a great community we have, and they may not have otherwise. And the second part is while they're here, they're enjoying our local businesses. They're enjoying the people that live here. So and they're spending money, and that's important to our economy.
And they're going to try to go home with a championship trophy at the end of this one. There is a quick pass and flip, far side. Scampers out. After all that running, a pickup of maybe 5 or 6 yards to the 34-yard line as we close out the final few seconds here of the first quarter. That whistle will end the first quarter, still tied at 7. And, you know, Steve, it's January, and perhaps this is a great advertisement with the weather today here in Pensacola.
Oh, this is so beautiful. And I know in the past when you guys have been here, maybe it hasn't been as beautiful, but to have this, the sun is shining, there's probably not a cloud in the sky, warm temperatures. I think this is what people are dreaming of, especially if you're coming from up north and coming down here. This is what you want.
Come on down. We'd like to guarantee 70 every day in January, but hey, we'll take it today, and a great way to showcase North Florida and the Pensacola area.
I'll take 60 and sunny.
That's fine too. That's fine too. Bonus degrees today. Second quarter starts after we've flipped the ends, and a second down opportunity to midfield here for RGV. Garza looking, far side, complete. There's a knee down and a whistle to stop play after a first down. Steve, what are you most excited about when you have these events in town for people to see in Pensacola, because it's such a diverse community?
Well, I think that's the one thing that's great about Pensacola. I mean, obviously people are coming here, especially on days like today, are like, hey, we're going to the beach and they're going to enjoy that. But they don't realize that, you know, we've got all this great history and culture that are here, all these great fun things. I mean, Mardi Gras season kicked off last night, and now we're going to be ready for another month and a half, almost 2 months of Mardi Gras. But there's all these other special events that go on. So, I mean, those are all the little experiences that make up what Pensacola has.
Well, and hopefully teams, as they come back, will have opportunities during their downtime to take in those sites or to just visit on their own, to see that this is such a great place and come back.
Well, the nice part is they can get their practice done at the beach and then come play the games here.
Sure thing. Second down for RGV. About 8 yards to go here to get that next first down at the 20-yard line. Quick pass complete. Looks like that's going to take it over the line. Telementes with that reception and picks up 9 yards. Good for the first down. So first and goal. It's going to be a long first and goal there at the 19. But slowly but surely, RGV's moving.
Oh, I'd say these guys got moves that the NFL should pay attention to.
You know, they are quick. This game, we know in flag football in particular, so fast. Lots of quick passes, lots of fast moves across the field. It's definitely a different way to play, but we also know injuries are much lower in this game, but the excitement level certainly remains high.
Well, I think, like you said, the tackling, being able to grab flags like that, talk about some hand-eye coordination.
They are quick, and they are quickly moving here. As it's second down, knocks off 9 yards on that play. And at the 10-yard line now with a second and goal opportunity, just a couple minutes here into the second quarter. Another pass is complete. Sal Martinez with the reception. 6-yard gain, nice stop by Georgia College. Third down and goal, about the 4. See if we can get a touchdown on the board. 7-7 the score, 9 minutes, 17 seconds, second quarter. RGV lined up, Garza in the backfield. AJ takes a snap. Quick jump pass there, but a stop made short of the goal line. Mitch Risley with that key flagpole. As you said, got to be quick with the hand-eye coordination. He was right there. Stopped at the 2. 4th and goal now for UTRGV. Taking their time, plenty of it. 25-second play clock here in flag football. Fourth and goal. Left side. In for the score. Touchdown, UTRGV. Sal Martinez with that grab just over the goal line and in for 6 points. We'll line up for this extra point. Steve, we appreciate all the support from Visit Pensacola, and thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me on, especially be able to watch an exciting game and have these kids here in town. This is awesome.
Well, they certainly have a great time, and we appreciate your support of this event.
Thank you.
As we get ready for the point after, we'll bring back in Marty Dempsey. He's been taking some notes as that drive has moved forward.
Three drives, 3 touchdowns, 21 points. Defense has been optional so far, Dave, in the first part of this game. Or maybe it's just that both these offenses are just too explosive to stop, and that's what we've seen out of a lot of the teams that have come up against them. Just have not been able to stop either offense.
In looking at the number of downs, Georgia College certainly has put RGV in some fourth down situations, but they're converting.
Yep.
So the offense is still moving forward, and right now a 14-7 score. 7 minutes or so left here in the second quarter, and a whistle and a flag and a false start. And back up Georgia College a few more yards to start this drive. First down again, here now. Backed up to the 9. Complete. Spin move, gets a few more. Tried to get that ball away, but couldn't. We have an extra flag on the play there as Braxton Roberts on that play. Looks like we might have a hold along with it. We will see.
That's a no-look pass there, Dave. Something interesting we see. He looks right at the center, throws it out wide. It works. Then a couple of missed flags, and then you get a penalty to boot on the end. So all in all, it is going to end up being a total gain of 30 yards out across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
That penalty pushes it into RGV territory at the 39. And we'll bring up a first and long, but long or short really hasn't mattered. The ball has been moving down the field for both teams today. Risley has it, left side, looks at the opening, gets a couple of yards, didn't find a receiver, and instead will take 2 or 3, but a nice flag pull by RGV to make sure it wasn't more than that.
Yeah, they wanted to go out wide to that second quarterback there, hopefully get him on the swing route. That pass wasn't there, well covered on the play, and they just end up picking up what they can. It ended up being just a gain of 1.
Now 5 minutes here on the game clock in the second quarter. Risley scampers, avoids the rush. Looking downfield, is going to continue to take it, and out of bounds. Bobby Guajardo with that stop. He's out of San Juan, Texas, the senior for RGV. Risley.
Oh, some miscommunication on this play here, Dave, and that's going to set up a big fourth down.
It is.
Pass was intended for number 13, Braxton Roberts, but he turned the opposite way from what his quarterback there, Risley, was thinking he was going to do.
About 11 or 12 yards is what Georgia College needs now to get that first down at the 20. And you're right, the game will turn on some of these things. Whether it's an interception or a turnover on downs. But Georgia College is going to try to avoid that. Risley scampers, far side.
He's got a long way to go, Dave. He's not going to get there. And we got our first big defensive stop of the game.
Couldn't find anybody open there, and it looked like he might have a chance, but too fast was that RGV defense on that one.
Yep, and that's the thing. You get that third down play where you just have a little bit of miscommunication. You end up behind the sticks or for off momentum from where they've been so successful today. They've been gaining positive yardage on every play. Sets them up in an uncomfortable situation. It's 4th and 11, and they're not able to come up with it. And now they're going to need a stop of their own.
RGV with the ball and about 3.5 minutes on the game clock. Here's Garza, finds his receiver open for pickup of a couple. That's Sal Martinez once again. Second down to the 40.
Both of these teams with short benches did not come with a ton of players, too. There are a lot of two-way players. But in some ways, maybe easier to incorporate everybody into that and keep everybody engaged. They don't have to worry about big rosters.
Here's Garza, looks down the middle. There's Sal Martinez again. Risley on the stop for Georgia College. That's good for an RGV first down.
That is just a tremendous play there. Is able to get it over the linebacker's head. There's Braxton Roberts, who was there in the middle for Georgia College. Able to swing it around him and find his open receiver and keep the chains moving for UTRGV.
Garza getting some good blocking in the backfield. Gives him time to find his receiver. Raleigh Diaz has got it, and he's got 20 more yards. First and goal, RGV.
Garza just has too much time back there. I mean, he's able to look around, survey the field, make 1, 2, and even 3 reads from time to time. And the receivers are just too good, too athletic to remain covered for that long.
That's Bobby Guajardo back there providing some great blocking. He's a center and slips back to help protect his quarterback. We've hit that 2-minute mark, and so we've had running clock until this point, but we'll stop the clock now on out-of-bounds, incompletes, the way you would see it in a traditional tackle football game. Garza.
I think he's in front of the line there, Dave.
I do too. Gave it a look and said, nope, close, but looks like behind the line. And seems like an odd mechanic, but that's the referee's responsibility to go up there, check that spotted grass. And
what we're looking for here is the front foot. And you have some different rules in some different leagues, whether you're going high school or college or the NFL. The entire body has to be in front. Here, it is just that front foot that the referee is able to go up and spot. Mechanic was done properly. He says he was behind the line.
And that's a touchdown.
And there we go.
Extra point try now for RGV to put up a 2-score lead. Garza looks. Back of the end zone. Good. One more. The point after is in. And with 1 minute and 54 seconds left here in the second quarter, UTRGV 21, Georgia College 7. Georgia College going to need to take advantage of this opportunity here to score, as they will start to put the ball in the second half as well.
Yeah, going to be really important here. If they can get a score here, as you just mentioned, they get the ball back in the second half, so you can kind of eliminate the fact that they didn't get a touchdown on that last drive. But they don't score here. Down by 2 scores. They have not been able to stop UTRGV at all. This becomes a very, very important drive for Georgia College. They've got to come away with points here.
Risley with just a chest pass right up the middle there to Cleveland Warnock, or Chainsaw, as we said before. And Chainsaw takes it down to the 19.5-yard line for a second down and short play. Clock rolling with 1 minute and 41 left.
Clock management's going to be really important here because the last 2 minutes in flag with the clock stopping for so many different things can stop for a lot. So there's a lot that can happen in the last 2 minutes. So not only do they want to score, but they don't want to leave a lot of time for UTRGV to get the ball back for their own offensive possession. So I love the play on first down. It keeps the clock moving, gets a couple of ticks off, and really gets their offense moving in the right direction. Still plenty of time for them in minute 26. No need for panic, and I wouldn't expect it out of an experienced team like Georgia College.
That was Warnock right there with another reception and a pickup of 6 yards. Good for the first down. Clock rolling again. Midfield is the line they're looking for. Risley's pass complete. Far side, not out of bounds, so the clock's going to continue to run. Andrew Prestwood.
It's a good route there. It's an over-under type play. The defense has got to make a choice whether to come up on the short receiver, which he does here as soon as he takes a step forward. Quarterback is able to hit his deeper receiver there on the sideline for a completed pass.
Second to the 40, needs 4 yards. They got it right there. Prestwood again, gains 8. First down, Georgia College.
Georgia College so far a masterful job here with their clock management all the way down to 55 seconds. Still plenty of time. No need for panic. They got plenty of timeouts left. They're across midfield. Really done a nice job of setting themselves up well, but again, they still have to punch this in for 6.
Now 34, 35 more yards to go. Risley sees an opening on the left side, but is stopped inbounds, which is going to keep the clock running. And because of that, Georgia College will use its first timeout of the half.
An appropriate time for one as well. 46 seconds to go. Get a chance to regroup a little bit. Make sure that you don't run yourself out of time.
The NIRSA National Flag Football Championships are part of the NIRSA Championship Series, an arm of NIRSA that presents sporting events and opportunities for students to participate in a number of different sports. Flag football here in the fall, along with soccer, and we had basketball and our collaboration with USTA for tennis in the spring. It's more than just competition. It's a great way to interact and be part of a community, as well as see great places for regional and national competition. Learn more about the NIRSA Championship Series online at nirsaplay.com.
It's really experiential learning through sport. We are teaching skills here, whether it be the participants, officials, or staff, that they can really use no matter what career they are going in. It's something, that really goes hand in hand with academics. You can learn just as much outside of the classroom as you can in, and these are real life skills, whether that be getting teams together to travel places, the teamwork that you needed on the field, communication, conflict, as you see both on and off the field with different types of things. So it's just really a great opportunity to learn so many things that you can take into all walks of life.
46 seconds here, and RGV, after that timeout, called one of their own to talk over the defensive effort here as they look to keep Georgia College out of the end zone. 21-7 our score in our men's national championship game. And Marty, you mentioned it, and speaking with folks from the Pensacola area all day, it's been a lot of years. This is the 10th national tournament hosted by the University of West Florida. They have had a tournament every year for the last 39 years, since 1980, and they are retiring from the tournament hosting game after this year. So we continue to give a shout out to UWF and all of their efforts for so many decades. Trying to win the last men's championship game here is Georgia College and RGV. Georgia College with a completion far side to Prestwood. Inbounds, but picks up almost 10 yards. Not the first down, though. It's going to be short. And the clock will continue to run 3rd down and 1.
Still time, 30 seconds left to go.
Risley has a receiver, good for the first down. That's Cleveland Warnock again. Scampers for more than just that first down. Gets all the way down to about the 6, 7, maybe 8-yard line.
Not sure why they call him Chainsaw, but Swivel Hips may be a good maybe a good nickname for him after that play. A couple of nifty moves to get down inside the 10-yard line with 18 seconds to go.
That clock runs again here. 1st and goal. Risley has it. Looks for a receiver, but that pass is batted down with 12 seconds on the clock. A nice defensive move there by RGV's Isaac Martinez. Isaac is out of Elsa, Texas.
Whole field open for Georgia College. They have timeouts left. Still plenty of time. 12 seconds.
2nd down opportunity here. Risley takes off left. Looks back corner. Good. In for the Georgia College touchdown is Andrew Prestwood in the back corner. Just what they needed here right before the break. They've left 6 seconds on the clock, but they've picked up 6 points to make it 21-13.
Give Georgia College some credit, Dave. I'm telling you, that is as good of clock management as I have seen at the end of a half. They are able to come down the field, score, not leave really any time left for UTRGV to come down and score themselves. As we said, this is going to be an offensive fireworks display throughout the game. So the fact that they get the ball here, or to get the touchdown here and then get the ball to start the second half, they've got themselves right back in contention.
Here's Risley,
wide open.
Sidearm into the back of the end zone, and good. David Youngblood with that extra point reception, and it's 21-14. RGV will come out and perhaps take one shot potentially for that end zone to see if they can add some points. They're going to at least go into halftime knowing, barring an interception, not to jinx them, but they will have a lead going into the second half.
Yep. Really, we've seen the talent of A.J. Garza and Mitch Risley on display here in the first half. I think really we're just waiting to crown a champion before we also crown the MVP of this, because it's got to be one of those two that are in consideration. They just do so much for their teams. Talent in the way that they throw the, different arm angles that they've thrown it on the move. Good tackle there. That'll end the half.
Not
exciting
going
first
anywhere.
half of play.
Yeah, that is a good way to end for Georgia College, but RGV is pretty pleased with their 21-14 lead. It's halftime, and coming up right after this break, we're going to talk to Chad McKenzie from Round Rock. It may be Pensacola's last year, but this tournament is headed to Texas, and we'll learn about more of that right after this. Stay with us.
right, I'm Marty Dempsey here at the half with Chad McKenzie from the city of Round Rock. Chad, thanks for joining us here today.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward. Again, this is the last year here at UWF. We're excited to move out to Round Rock for next year. Can you talk about your city's excitement for this tournament?
Absolutely. We were super excited to have the opportunity to host. We opened a new complex about a year and a half ago, and then just put together a bid working with the University of Texas, St. Edwards, and Southwestern University. And those host schools will help us put on hopefully a fantastic event, carry on the great things that UWF has done here, and kind of put a little Texas spin to it. So,
and you're very familiar, obviously, working in the Austin area for many years. We have a collaboration with 3 different schools. What is that going to look like for next year?
It's one of those things where UWF has done this for so many years, and it's been on campus and at campus facilities and hosted by there, and being off from we don't have a major university in Round Rock, so just to have the ability to work with those schools and then pick up the pieces that traditionally have done by West Florida as they also hosted, and they'll UT and Southwestern and St. Ed's will be able to provide all that administrative help and all those type of things, and allow us just to focus on the facilities and the operations piece, which is what we do.
Sure. You talk about the facilities, a gorgeous facility out
Thank
there.
you.
I've seen the pictures and all kinds of video about that. What are some of the features about the facility that you're most looking forward to add to this tournament?
Sure. The unique thing about it is it's got 5 synthetic fields as well as 5 natural grass. So we have an opportunity as we saw in this tournament early on Thursday with it rain, there's an opportunity for us to play on the synthetic turf and not worry about tearing up fields or getting players injured or that type of thing. And if we want to move it to the natural grass side of it or have games on both sides, it sets up well and allows for some flexibility to inclement weather, those type of things, and then kind of a true surface too.
Sure, and as our teams travel to Round Rock, they're obviously excited about the tournament, but visiting Round Rock and some of the sites around there, what are some things around the area that they have to look forward to?
Sure, we're excited. The Round Rock is it's a community of about 110,000 people, so there's a lot to do. It's a suburb of Austin, so you've obviously got the draw to Austin, and to get downtown Austin, depending on traffic, it's only 20 miles away, so not too far if you want to go downtown. But we love to keep people in Round Rock, obviously, and the downtown area in Round Rock has been completely redeveloped in the last 3-4 years or so, I guess, and a lot of opportunities there to great restaurants, bars, and things in downtown Round Rock. And then there's always shopping. We have an outlet mall there that pick up all your great clothing and everything else there at the outlet malls. But then one thing we're proud of too in Round Rock is we have a ton of great restaurants, and so the opportunity for them to have a great place to eat. And just where the hotels are located, there is every type of food they could possibly want, with barbecue and Tex-Mex and a seafood restaurant and a Denny's, the all-night affair and those type of. There's 7 or 8 restaurants that are all right there that are just fantastic. So we're excited about that.
I'm getting hungry just hearing you talk about that.
It's good food. So
you've spent the last few days here in Pensacola, kind of watching and observing some of these stuff. What are some things that you've taken away from this last tournament here that you'll bring over to Round Rock for next year?
Sure, it's what I really like is obviously the partnership with NIRSA and the volunteers that come in and be able to do that, and that's always going to be a given when you have any NIRSA event. But just the ability, taking notes of how the field lines were painted and how the UWF staff works with the registration and making sure things are set up and moving as the tournament develops and goes through, from pool play to championship play, and just making mental notes of where would the captain's meeting be, where would the player draw be, where's those type of things that we have to think in our facility logistically what we think is going to be best, and then work with our partners, the host schools, and put that team together to say, okay, here's what we're thinking. Do you think this will work with what you guys have done in the past as well?
Sure, absolutely. Well, Chad, thank you so much again for dropping by. I know I can speak for all of us to say we are really excited to move out to Round Rock for next year, but we'll finish it up here with one more half to go in our collegiate division, the men's championship, coming back right after this.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite.
I love this burger. It's just perfect.
2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon. You get it in every bite.
Nothing beats this.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
I see 12 minutes back on the clock. There's the whistle from our officiating crew, and teams are back ready to go here to start the second half of our men's championship game. Georgia College, after putting 7 points on the board to end the second quarter, has narrowed the gap to 7 points, and they'll start here, see if they can put together a game-tying or perhaps go-ahead drive. It has been a offensive battle so far, just one stop. Turnover on downs by Georgia College, but they're safely still in the game here. They just kind of lost the advantage of scoring and going ahead. Now they're playing catch-up.
It's been a great first half, though, Dave. Really as scripted as we thought coming into this game. Two teams with a lot of offensive firepower, going up and down the field, kind of showing all the different tricks that they have. Just a casual flag pull as Georgia College is happy to stop there for a 5-yard gain and set up second and short. That was Jackson Sutko, again, the gadget.
Nice play there. That'll set up that second down and extremely short to the 20. I'll see what they work out here with a couple of almost free downs. And RGV says, I don't know if we want them to do that. So steps over the line for a possible offside penalty. And that is not what Georgia College wants. They want these plays.
So they can't do that again, though, Dave. In flag football, we have something called successive encroachment penalties. The next one, if they were jumping to it again, it'd actually be a 10-yard penalty. So it'd be more advantageous. Keeps teams from doing just that to halt the game up.
And instead, Georgia College will pick up about 10 yards on that play. So exactly what they wanted. They want a manageable first down, and Andrew Prestwood with reception there on the far side. Gets him 8-9 yards.
Variety of receivers getting involved for Georgia College. They've had that dual quarterback kind of threat out there, although they haven't used it so far. I wonder if that'll be something that they bring out at any point of this game. So we get a drop pass here on first down.
That's Warnock there, who just couldn't come up with that. Second down to the 40. Risley, that pass is complete, and picks up a few. This time Warnock holds on.
Third and manageable, and as we've seen from Georgia College in the first half, that's important to their offense. They don't throw the ball downfield as much as UTRGV, so they want to stay on schedule, set up those third and manageables whenever possible. That's the one time that they got away from them in the first half is when they had that fourth and long. So
third here and about 9 or 10 yards. Flipped and almost picked off. That was a dangerous play there as UTRGV's Telemontez was right there.
And I think Risley was expecting Warnock to just kind of sit. Warnock continued down the field, and that almost was a disaster because there was nobody there to catch Telemontez had he come up with that interception. Now a big fourth down play.
Every possession so important, so they'll go for it here on fourth down to midfield. That's another flip, but that one's caught down the sideline. Green grass, goal line ahead, and touchdown, Georgia College.
Oh, they say it's a game of inches from time to time, and you see it on this play, Dave, because was inches away from being knocked down or even potentially intercepted, and instead it ends up being a walk-in touchdown for Georgia College, and we are a PAT away from this game being tied.
Go, go, Gadget. Jackson Sutko is in for the touchdown for Georgia College. And it's 21-20 with a game-tying extra point attempt coming up.
Some pressure there being provided. Risley able to roll out, and all he was able to really do to get as much mustard on it as possible to flip it out there, and it was just enough.
Here's Risley, scampers left, getting chased. Tries to get it away. That little over-the-shoulder pass, like across the body, anything to get that point after. No good, though, as it falls short, and so UTRGV will hold on to a 1-point edge, 21-20.
That could come into play big at the end of the game. We have seen men's championships here in the past that have been decided on those conversions. So they are not to be taken for granted here, and right now that is the difference in the ball game.
And, you might be thinking, why would he do that and risk an interception? Well, on a point after here in flag football, there are no returns. So they're not going to have the pick for 2 points for the defense. So it can be a little sloppy and in an urgent situation like that, and it fell incomplete and no extra point. Here comes RGV on their first possession. Garza gets a few yards. In fact, enough to get a first down. That's a pickup of 6.5.
You know, actually, Georgia College will take that too. They kind of some inadvertent contact as they were chasing him down, but that little bump kind of advanced him into the first down territory, and it'll bring up 1st and long. So not the end of the world there for Georgia College as they try to figure out some way to slow down this offense.
Some good blocking once again, and that pass incomplete. Isaac Martinez just couldn't come up with it.
Georgia College has got to figure out a way to get a little bit more pressure on Garza. He's just too comfortable back there, and he's just too talented to stand back there and survey the field and deliver passes on time.
You know, Michael LaHood, number 17 for Georgia College, is trying to get in there, but some really good blocking at the line has slowed him down. He got a sack to end the first half, but so far, pressure's been hard to apply to A.J. Garza in the backfield.
More good blocking up front.
That is away. Tipped. Georgia College a little upset that maybe they could have had an opportunity there for a key interception, but in any event, still incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and long. They need 19 yards to midfield.
Give it up to number 17 there, Michael LaHood. He is able to provide the pressure on that play. He was able to get around a block and force a kind of an errant throw out of Garza.
And Braxton Roberts almost there to intercept that ball. But instead of 3rd down.
Unfamiliar territory so far for UTRGV. Behind the schedule, 3rd and 19.
Garza slips around, finds the receiver, complete. Sal Martinez there. 22 yards first down.
Just too much. Garza just able to just calmly elude the rush, just kind of flick it downfield. Incredible arm strength out of him. Goes back across his body, finds a receiver wide open. 3rd and 19, no big deal for this offense.
First down now and about 15 to the 20-yard line. How about a touchdown? That is seven more, at least 6 for right now. 6 points for UT. RGV on that nice pass play picks up 35 yards and the touchdown.
Isaac Martinez there on the reception. Again, just a lot of time for Garza. Able to come all the way back around to the left side of the field and finds Martinez, who is wide open, getting behind the defense. A big conversion here.
27-20, so they'll try to add one more, which will apply additional pressure to Georgia College. Of course, our options are 1 from the 3, 2 from the 10, or 3 from the 20-yard line after you score that touchdown. Here's Garza. That is knocked down, so a key play there by Braxton Roberts. The extra point no good, and the margin is going to be 7.
Roberts not fooled by that play. Garza was rolling out to his left, was hoping that Roberts would come with him and just kind of slide it in behind. Roberts able to hold his ground, make a good defensive play, and that's big. Now they've traded, so Georgia College theoretically right back on track, down by 7, getting the ball back,
and plenty of time.
Plenty of time left. Still anybody's ball game. 2
scores already. We're hardly 8 minutes into the second half. 27-20, 3:55 on the clock, and here goes Georgia College with its next possession. Pass is complete, near side. Jackson Sutko with that.
Been heavily involved in the offense throughout the game. Try to use him in a variety of ways. I would imagine that goes partly into his nickname of the Gadget.
Absolutely. Listed here as one of the second quarterbacks for the team, too. Haven't seen him throw the ball much. Plenty of receptions. There's another one. Sutko on the far side.
I think it's clear that they have that in their bag that they have not had to pull out yet. I mean, they've had success in just kind of this traditional set with just Risley back there at quarterback, but Sutko has that ability, and I wonder as we progress into the fourth quarter of this game whether there's something that we'll see that can maybe be a little bit more explosive out of Georgia College.
First down, 12, 13 yards to the 40. Risley flips far side to Andrew Prestwood. who will put the ball down there at the 39 for a second and short opportunity.
It's really fun watching both these offenses work. They're just so in rhythm. They know what each other's doing. It's a lot of experience on the field. If you're a flag football team watching this right now, you can certainly learn a lot just from their formations, the way that they confuse different things out there. They're just throwing to wide open receivers all day, and it's not because there's not talent on defense. These offenses are just that good. Uh-oh. Now, the few times that Georgia College, though, has kind of set themselves up for failure is just the times where they've had a miscommunication. When they've been on the same page, it's been working like clockwork. But that's the third time today that we have seen the quarterback and the receiver not on the same page, and they're lucky that it's not intercepted.
Indeed. The closest receiver there was not for Georgia College. Risley, though, far side, off the fingertips, had his receiver there. But Andrew Presswood could not come up with that. Fourth down. Again, they've got that short yardage opportunity.
And that's the point of them dropping it down on second down, is that they feel in their minds that no matter what happens on second, no matter what happens on third down, they had two almost free plays. And now on fourth down, they've got something in their bag that's going to pick up this half yard. We'll see if that is true here.
There's Risley pressured, but that is knocked down. A big defensive effort there. Raleigh Diaz knocks it down.
You know, an interesting play call. I know, go with what got you here. They always like to spread it out as kind of their base format that they use, but a lot of times in that kind of play, you'll see teams that bunch it up, try to confuse the defenses, run a lot of crosses, or maybe even just run the ball up the middle. They went with kind of their base set, and they just kind of ran out of options on the play, and they end up having to throw up a contested ball, and it's a defensive stand for UTRGV.
Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 19 now from the 39 as RGV looks to take an impressive lead. That's an impressive run, and that flag clip is broken, falls off, kicks down the field a little bit, but our official marks that appropriately back where that clip broke initially at the about 24, 25-yard line.
Yeah, Dave, it's not where it falls completely off your body. It's just when that clip in the front, as soon as that breaks, the play is dead.
Second and now 4 yards to the 20. And the teams slowly walking to the far end as we've reached the end of the third quarter of play. 27-20 is the score. 1 quarter left. You're watching the men's national championship game at the 2018 NIRSA National Flag Football Championships. We keep saying the word NIRSA, and that actually is the Association for Leaders in Collegiate Recreation, bringing together members at institutions across the United States, Canada, and the world to focus on collegiate recreation and opportunities for our youth to participate not just in these sports, but in other recreational opportunities, including fitness and outdoor adventures and competitive sports. Our members work hard, including at this tournament, to make sure that those opportunities help develop healthy, lifelong wellness practices for our students, getting a good, healthy lifestyle. For more information about NIRSA, go online to nirsa.org. That's NIRSA.org. Second down play. It'll be a first down play coming up as there's a 4 or 5 yard pickup there over to the 19-yard line.
This series here, Dave, this really could decide if, who the national champion is going to be. Georgia College is set up and is about as good of a defensive effort as they can be. It's first and goal from just inside the 20-yard line. They've got 4 plays to keep UTRGV out of the end zone. As time is just running out on them now in the fourth quarter. We're going to get a flag on the play.
Here. We'll see what that might be, but Garza's going to go left. He's thinking it's on the defense. We'll see if that's true. Garza a little slow to get up on the far side. Let's watch the call.
And I think that's what we're going to have there, Dave. And our referee, Britton Lyon from Nebraska, there to make the call. And because it's a running play, Dave, they're going to get a chance to tack this on to the end of the play and repeat the down. So Georgia College was looking at a first and goal from the 20. Now they're going to have first and goal from well inside the 10.
Yeah, perhaps the 4 or 5 yard line. And again, that's just smart play also by the quarterback, knowing that an incomplete pass there doesn't really gain as many yards as perhaps just a little scamper along the sideline. So good move there by A.J. Garza, and it's first and now 4 and a half.
Maybe just a little frustration there out of Georgia College. They have not really put a lot of pressure on throughout the day, as you've mentioned. A lot of good blocking out in front, which is not often what we associate with flag football, but it has been the case here today. And offense gets position, gets run over, legal contact, tag it on.
Yeah, but it goes to your point, Marty, and that the offense it's a well-oiled machine. They know where each player on the field is going to be, and so that makes the blocking so much more effective. Garza, backside of the end zone, caught. Let's see if it's in, and no, out of bounds. A nice grab there, but unfortunately not in bounds. RGV trying to
make
plead their case over there.
Trying to show off maybe a footprint that is there in the grass, but referee, back judge there in great position. That is Quincy Smith from Kansas State University. On top of the play, rules incomplete.
Second down, RGV, and goal. Handoff, quick flip, corner, and in for the RGV touchdown.
Made it look easy on that play. They showed a wrinkle of that play on the last pattern. They didn't hand it off on the RPO. This time they do. They've got the receiver out wide for the pitch, and the walk-in touchdown.
33-20, 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Looking for that extra point coming up.
Georgia College going to have to go down the field quick because got to figure out a way to get 2 scores and a stop. First things first, let's see if they can stop this PAT attempt.
I think that's Diego Chrysler who took that one in for the touchdown. Now, regardless of who catches that, it's not in the end zone, and so the extra point is no good. 33-20. The score now with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left here in our national championship game. Marty, you're right. At Georgia College here, going to need something quickly. Still 3 timeouts as both teams get that number in each half. And we have the 2-minute warning coming up as well, which will stop the clock on all incompletes, out of bounds, those sorts of things you would see in a normal tackle game. And until then, the clock's going to keep running, and it's still ticking at 8:08. Here for a first down at the 14. Risley got it. A little collision there after the catch, but it's good for a first down.
Incidental contact on the play. Both receivers kind of met up at the same spot. That's what happens when you get 2 athletes that are moving at full speed near each other. While this is often referred to as a non-contact sport, essentially when you have 14 athletes on the field running around, you're going to have some level of contact on certain plays.
Risley's pass is complete once again to Sutko. The play before that, Youngblood had the reception. Second down, call it 12. Georgia College looking for the midfield stripe. What they're really looking for is the goal line as they look to cut into this lead. Risley avoids that rush and is going to scamper upfield. Good move there. Gets him another couple of yards. After the first missed flag pull, A.J. Garza couldn't get it. But it was Sal Martinez that did. It's a first down for Georgia College at the 30.
Just what they needed. They have already matriculated the ball down the field inside the 30-yard line. They've done so in just over a minute.
Too strong on that pass to the near side.
Looked like it slipped out of the hands a little bit there of Risley.
He has thrown with quite a bit of accuracy almost any of the way he throws it. Chest pass, cross-body flip. You can just turn around and throw it backwards and it'd be on target. Risley's pass this time. Only hands on that were for RGV. Sal Martinez knocking that ball down. Looks like he's a little disappointed. Maybe you could have brought that one in for an INT. But still third down for Georgia College. Need the 20. 5 minutes, 49 seconds on the fourth quarter clock. Risley jumps, good for a first down. It so appears. Yes, over the line. The completion to Warnock out of Dublin, Georgia, the senior.
.5:20 to play. Would be nice to get a touchdown before the 4-minute mark. Give themselves a legitimate chance to get it back. Of course, all 3 timeouts.
That play over to Mike Warren was good for a short gain. Second down at about the 9. Grizzly looks right, finds his open receiver, and in. That's Cleveland Warnock. Chainsaws in for the touchdown as Georgia College adds 6 to their total.
And they're able to do so relatively quickly, just over 3 minutes on the drive. It's exactly what the doctor ordered to keep them alive in this ball game.
(33-26). Margin is 7.
Oh.
And that is unfortunate. As the point after will be no good.
A fumbled snap there. Ball, of course, again, no fumbles here in flag football, so the ball is dead at the spot where the snap hit the ground. So still a 7-point game. Really the bigger concern is how do we stop this UTRGV offense. A little bit more windy out here.
It has. Picked up just a bit as we stand outside to broadcast today. 33-26, 7-point margin, 3 minutes, 43 seconds. The clock continues to tick, and RGV certainly knows that. It's going to take every bit of their play clock, which is 25 seconds, kept on the field. We're getting a reminder from our referee. Garza's pass complete. Good for a first down, out to the 25-yard line. Isaac Martinez with the reception.
Bobble, but a nice play. Now their job is just to grind the clock down.
Georgia College certainly would like to limit this to 4 downs and get some sort of turnover here before the 40-yard line.
Going to have to think about how they would like to use their timeouts. Looks like they're going to be okay with letting it run down, at least for now. If they get a stop on this first down play, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Garza, quick flip. The Georgia College defense jumps in there, and they are going to take that timeout.
Yep, I think really depending on what was going to happen on that first down play. So if they gain 10, 15 yards, maybe you let it run down a little bit. I mean, your object is really, set yourself up in a position where they can't get too many first downs, where they can't just start taking knees once the 2-minute warning hits. So they're going to play their cards now. Limits the gain to about 4 on the play.
2:42.
He's second down and 11 from the 29-yard line.
The NIRSA National Flag Football Championships, grateful for the support of outstanding sponsors. We heard from Visit Pensacola earlier, along with the Pensacola Sports Group here and the Florida Sports Foundation. Thanks for helping to make these championships possible right here in Pensacola. You can follow along with everything that's happening in this series online. That includes some of our other sports. Basketball regions are coming up. You can also learn about soccer, tennis, and, of course, next year's flag football. That's all online at NIRSAplay.com, the home for the NIRSA Championship Series online. Garza's pass complete, right up the middle. The flag is missed, and that will result in 6 more points. Diego Chrysler takes it in for the UTRGV touchdown.
Chrysler is able to get open on the seam route, picks up the first down, and then gets a lot more than that. Just one Georgia College defender to make miss. We said in this game, defense is really all about pulling flags. The teams that can do that generally come out on top. Georgia College has done a nice job of that throughout the weekend, but today it's just been too much from UTRGV, and we've hit the 2-minute warning.
We have an untimed down here for this point after at 39-26.
Even with this 2-touchdown margin, Dave, we've really seen two teams that can compete at a high level. There's no doubt as to the reasons that they are here. They've come through a tough field of 20 men's teams here in the collegiate division this year.
Extra point on the far side of the field is good. And that'll take it to 40. With an even 2 minutes left, UTRGV 40, Georgia College 26.
Little poetic, Dave, that the it looks to be, as the scores holds up here, the last champion of the collegiate division will be from Texas as we make this transition from Pensacola out to Round Rock, Texas for the 2019 finals. But still ball game to play here today. Don't count Georgia College out yet.
Here's Risley.
Especially if they get this.
Going deep.
Oh!
Wide open, and that would have been an express score, but just couldn't come up with it. Really, it looks like caught RGV totally off guard.
Yeah, and it's been a case of the almost today for Georgia College.
Mitchell Clegg down that sideline, and
there wasn't a player within 25 yards of him.
And just could not make that connection. Second down to the 20. Underhand scoop. Tosses it back. Back again, far side.
Now we're just having some fun.
Sutko ended up with it. First down, Georgia College.
Well, we did see one overhand pass on the play.
Hey. And it was backwards. .144 on the clock. The clock now running. And here's Risley once again.
If it works the first time, try it again.
Why not? Not working that time. Second down to the 40. 1 minute, 39 seconds.
Next up, Dave, our Open Championship. Looks like Fight Cancer is getting ready again.
Again is the word there. Always a favorite, very talented team, and if you're looking forward to a
very energetic team too. They will bring some style along with their skill.
That will come up at our next broadcast. Style, interesting plays, great execution. The Open Division Final, always a memorable one.
Yep.
Georgia College here with a first down right across midfield. Andrew Prestwood once again picks up about 18 yards, 1 minute, 27 seconds, and a first down. And there is a flag on that play. Scoops it up the middle. Back to Risley. He's going all the way down to the 11. And the clock's going to stop as we figure out what this penalty is. Looks like it's going to be on the defense. The contact foul defense. And he's getting the options now. Finalizing that this is a first down and play ended inbounds. Play gained about 20 yards or so. It's certainly better for the yardage. And one of the discussions they're having there is that here at the end of the game, the offense has an opportunity to have the clock held or started when they accept a penalty. And so the clock, because that penalty was declined, the offense lost that option. So the clock's going to start here on the ready for play whistle as right now, and it's running at 1 minute, 14 seconds. And Risley, far corner.
Sun there.
Sun. We just didn't see that one at all with as sunny as it is today, and I'll admit, looking back, it was right in his line of sight there.
That was the best defender on the play. Was the son. You could tell immediately it was just a battle.
But the clock has stopped. 1 minute, 7 seconds now. Second down. And they'll try again, maybe this time. Out of bounds after a pickup of 6 or 7 yards. 1 minute, 3 seconds. Third and goal for the Bobcats. Risley, quick pass. And determined it was not picked off. It looked like RGV might have come up with that ball. Isaac Martinez, I believe, is that pleading his case, but just didn't get it or have it for long enough. Gives Georgia College one more opportunity here. It's 4th and goal. 58 seconds on the clock. Back of the end zone, and no good. RGV takes over. 54 seconds remain.
Dave, it's been another great weekend here in Pensacola as they wind up their time as hosting this great tournament every year. You and I have been coming to this for several years now. Had a chance to be a part of the broadcast team, and this is going to end it right here. So.
It has been fun, and it's been a lot of fun for UTRGV. It's Texas Rio Grande Valley, or 2018 NIRSA Men's National Champions. An excellent game here for RGV. Georgia College with a great tournament, too. But we've got a Texas winner before we take this tournament to Texas next year. Marty, you're right, it's been great. It's been fun, and we hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast today, too. We're going to award some all-tournament honors right after the game. You can learn about who has won those online at NIRSAplay.com. We'll post some information about that later today. For Marty, I'm Dave Peters from Florida State University. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching the NIRSA National Flag Football Championships.